继续吧。
To catch a real killer, Jenny needed her detective gear. But that was at home, across town and swarming with police. It wasn't wise to travel through town after curfew. To avoid being caught, she'd have to find another way home. Excellent, thought Jenny. Time to exercise my sneaking muscles.
应该没有很大声吧？继续。好啦，潜行潜起来。AD 加 N。这样是可以的吗？好的。好痛，好痛。
Jenny paused at the edge of the roof, her teeth chattering in the chill wind. Below her, Lake Nowhere glowed eerily in the darkness. From this vantage point, she could see all the way to the lighthouse at the center of the lake. Only the wealthiest families in Arthurton could afford such spectacular views.
If I cross the lake, it's just a short stroll through the Forgotten Forest to my house.
But navigating the lake at night was not an easy task. Many accomplished sailors had met their doom on the ragged rocks of Bear Claw Bend.
Well, I've already worked out a way across. Time to get off this roof before someone spots me. Damn it! Think fast, Jenny.
And just like that, Jenny was gone. Her first great adventure cut short before it had begun.
I'm right here. Just hanging around.
哪有？我有预告的。这个臂力要很好呢。我大概只能挂在那边吧，我连移动都没办法。啊，这好痛！摔下去就不妙了，好吗？爬起来，爬起来！跑起来，跑起来！
What's that sound?
哪里？啊？借用快艇。啊，刚才那个纸飞机是怎样？这个捡起神秘纸飞机。
True believer, I am the one you seek. I swim in the shadows of giants that stir beneath an eerie silence. Follow the path, reach the truth.
What a curious and cryptic message. Was it meant for her? And who had written it? Friend or foe?
This could be from the killer.
But it was far too dangerous to find out.
I have to find out.
And so she decided to ignore the message and carry on to her house.
There's no way I'm ignoring the case of the mysterious message.
多了一个神秘讯息，什么？说不定就只是折纸飞机刚好折到那一段啊。
The SS Susie. A gift from Susie's father as a thank you for preparing his lunch one day.
What?
This'll get me across the lake in no time.
Unfortunately, the boat didn't belong to her.
I'll just borrow it for a couple of hours. They won't even notice it's gone.
But borrowing something without asking first was just stealing.
It's always easier to ask for forgiveness than wait for permission.
他真的很屁耶，
Of course,
超过
the
分。
boat needed a key.
Jeez, nobody trusts anyone these days. There must be some other way to start the engine.
哦，警告触电3度烧伤，皮肉烧焦或致死，危险。拆除则保固无效。
I bet I can hotwire the boat if I get this panel off.
Risk of electric shock. It was far too dangerous.
I love danger.
耶！卡了。
This one's stuck.
Foiled at the last moment by a rusty screw. Oh well, time to turn back.
There's only one screw left. I can just pry the panel back.
And so she very carefully pulled on the panel.
我们大力士是不是？
Wow, looks complicated.
Far too complicated for a child to even attempt.
Mom always says, a great detective focuses on the solution, not the problem. It looks like I can bypass the ignition by turning the dials until all the lights are illuminated. Piece of cake.
有这么简单？
I did it!
Jenny had found a way to cross the lake, but she was still a long way from home.
惨了，我现在是屁孩，我还偷别人的游艇，
She pulled
偷
out
别人
her
的快
journal
艇。
and plotted a course.
惨了，我对这个女主角印象越来越差了。
First, I'll navigate my way around Skull Island. Next, I'll sail up the river to the Almaston Bridge. Then it's just a short stroll through the Forgotten Forest.
那我干嘛不直接继续开到上面那个，然后我回到家就更快了。
And finally, home. Got it. Let's go.
Jenny had never crossed the lake after dark. Come to think of it, she'd never even driven a boat before.
对啊，
She thrust the throttle forward and felt a cool wind whip through her hair. Sneaking around after curfew had its benefits.
不听我的话。要撞了，要撞了！哇，那雨也太大了吧！这是真的吗？夸张了！哎，等一下，要中了，要中了！没事没事没事，这么难控哦。 这里也太弯了吧！救命啊！啊，这个什么神秘的发夹弯啊？太弯了吧！好的，要到。
I swim in the shadows of giants. This must be the place.
太大了啦！要死喽！太夸张了哦
Whoa, that was huge. I have to get a closer look.
干什么？插在他的背上。
The elusive red herring, a rare and fantastic sight.
Can't believe they really exist.
Jenny had always believed they were a fisherman's tale, but seeing them firsthand.
She's so beautiful.
But what was stuck in her scales?
Ooh. 照一下那个就喷出来了。
A message in a bottle. Curious. I am the voice of reason. I walk amongst the sunken ships that once sailed through the glowing mist. It's another clue. This case just got more
dangerous. Jenny had no idea who was behind these messages. This could be an elaborate trap.
Or it could be the answer I need to prove my mom's innocence.
The best course of action was to go back and get help from an adult.
No, I have to see where this leads. On my own. Sunken ships, glowing mist. That should be easy to spot. Thanks, fishies!
Thanks, fishy! 哈，我这样居然要开回去！我这个技术，你要我再开这个保夹弯回去 ？Oh my god！ 怎么突然悟了？刚讲完怎么就悟了？有品中线都污染海洋，以为自己这样很酷，还拍成影视电影教大家这么做。对啊，不要乱丢啦，不会有人捡到啦，最后都变成大海的垃圾了。就算真的捡到了，也不会有什么，也不会有什么就是什么奇幻旅程，不会。 只会变成大海的垃圾。你的位置，这是在那个吧？危险能见度低，能见度低那边下面，所以我要继续往下走。OK。圆形。 圆形，骷髅岛灯塔与三明治店，贝果湾，熊爪弯道。 啊，走错了，走错了，对不起，对不起。哎呦，我要撞，需要撞目标了。啊啊，撞了。撞车次数1。啊，撞了，对不起啊！我左右有点分不太清楚了。啊啊！对不起，苏吉，你的快艇要被我撞烂了，真的不是故意的。东西怪怪的东西。
I can't see a thing. I must be heading in the right direction.
哇，这里很崎岖耶，又一个多弯道的，到底是要什么？来了，到了。
Jenny navigated carefully through the thick fog.
Oh, it smells like rotten fish.
Many ships had lost their bearings here, grounded on the ragged rocks, swallowed by the lake.
Maybe I could shed some light on these ghost ships.
Huh? 还真有。刚才看到瓶中信了，快回来啊！我收到了。这里，哎呦，快快快！呀，不能再过过！快给我！
Another message. This is starting to feel like a wild goose chase.
开始有徒劳无功的感觉，你也知道。
I am the hope in darkness. I sit in a spiral of ancient stone. Against the clock, I move alone. What's with all these cryptic messages? And where are they leading? I should get out of here before I turn into a ghost. Phew, made it out alive. Let's go find this spiral of ancient stone.
对不起啦，我是想要看路标后，直接撞过去。圆形岩石，好，上走，往上走。哦。
Skull Island, home to an abandoned lighthouse and an excellent sandwich shop. Decommissioned over 100 years ago, but the light mysteriously continued to illuminate the darkness.
没事。没事。很艰巨的完成任务，来了。
The night grew dark and eerie.
Why do I feel like I'm being watched? Well, aren't you ominous?
谨慎作风。
Nice birdie. What are you doing all the way out here? How rude. Watch it, buddy! Talk about a murder of crows. It threw a rock at me.
Yeah!
That was not a rock. It was a crab.
我会生气。耶！啊，又是绕一圈了。哎，他回来了！等一下，他回来了。哎。
I am the answer to the unasked question. I stand inside the crescent moon. Below death's gaze, I wait for you.
骷髅岛吗？星月之内。 被狗岛吗？
I wait for you. This could be the last clue.
So caught up in unraveling the mystery, Jenny failed to recognize how dangerous this chase really was.
真的。
Who is waiting at the crescent moon?
Whoever it was, our intrepid detective would need to be extremely careful.
Crescent moon, below death's gaze. Time to wrap up this case.
惨了，现在要开回去。哎呦！杀！杀！有顺哦，顺哦，回顺哦，哎，不顺哦。这里小碎石太多了啦。呀，对，没事，哈哈。哎，转错边了，等一下。那我们来看一下路标，我们去贝果湾。好，贝果。对。
Whoa, that can't be good for the boat.
困扰，没有办法玩赛车游戏。哎，怎么了？
Hello? Who's there? Stay right there. Don't come any closer. Identify yourself.
他真的是人吗？
Whoever you are, the police are right behind me, and they're very angry.
你是傻子，用探照灯闪爆他。
But I might be able to help you if you just talk to me.
一闪，说不定他是个雕像。我在想，他真的是人吗？感觉很像石头
Okay,
哎。
if you won't cooperate, I'll have to come over there.
放我下啦！哎，对嘛？哦，
Oh, it was just my imagination. Thank God.
The dogs bark loudest before the dawn!
Ah! Get away from me, you maniacal murderer!
The dogs bark loudest before the dawn.
CJ.
CJ?
The dogs bark loudest before the dawn.
The early bird can't catch the lazy worm.
The wind blows strongly from the east.
I watched Pot feels very self-conscious.
No, are you an imposter?
而且还很多瓶中信，谁说要骗人？我故意选跟刚才第一次不一样。
The wind blows strongly from the east.
所以我第一次真的都选
People in glass
对
houses
哦
should，invest in curtains.
还是说第一次有限定答案？第一次没
The
限
evening
定，第二
sky
次
is full of fireflies.
我该回吧。
The absent-minded goldfish swims into the blender.
Excellent, Jim. They haven't broken you yet.
The notes were from you? I thought you were the Dean's killer. Why did you make me go through all that if you were already in the boat?
This is the only place safe from their prying ears.
屁呀、
We have to hurry. This line isn't secure.
Line? We're talking in person.
Exactly. Now quickly, before they get a fix on our location. What did you want to tell me?
Seriously? You can't keep doing this. You contacted me.
Did I?
Actually, I'm glad you did. I need to ask you a few questions about the Dean's death.
Good, Jenny. Question everything. Trust no one.
他好可怕哦 ，CJ 超可怕的啊！可疑的大块淤青，是被殴打过是不是？
What happened to your eye? Did you get in a fight?
Wasn't a fight. More of a misunderstanding, really.
A seriously purple misunderstanding?
Well, you should see the other guy.
There's something you're not telling me.
Is there?
新贴纸。
What happened to your compass? Before it was wandering, but now it seems to be pointing in one direction.
Exactly. Do you see now? It's not a compass at all.
So what is it then?
Aliens!
Aliens? What are you talking about?
E.T. Extraterrestrials. Beings from another world.
I know what aliens are. Come on, CJ, there's no such thing.
What? No, not you too.
I'm sorry, CJ, but it's time to get serious. The Dean is dead and my mom's in jail, framed for a murder she didn't commit. I need to get to the truth.
The only way to truly see is to open your mind. Not everything is what it seems.
If there really are aliens in Arthurton, how come you're the only person who's ever seen them?
People don't see what they aren't looking for. That's why I come here every night, to observe the unobservable. The compass is my eyes. It can sense their presence where I cannot. Why don't you borrow it and find out for yourself?
好，我拿走。
Okay, I'll take it. I need all the help I can get.
Good. You can prove my theory to be fact.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
给我，
Just
给
remember,
我。
when the needle is steady, the phenomena are near.
不动的时候代表意象就在附近。
Sure.
They were here before. They will return. And we'll be waiting for them.
Uh-huh. Yep, totally.
哎，为什么又可以了？
I know you were in the library the day Dean Strasberry died. Did you notice anything unusual?
Yes, I did.
Great. What happened?
They changed the bathroom scent from strawberry to pine. It was most unpleasant.
Oh, is that all?
I intended to alert the librarian as a matter of urgency. but no one was at the front desk. Quite unusual.
Was there anyone else in the library?
No, just the dean and I. Till
Hey.
Until you left. It's not like you to leave your research lying around. Why were you in such a hurry?
I lost track of time. I was late for an appointment.
An appointment? Where?
Appointment? What are you talking about?
You said you were late for an appointment.
Objection. Leading the witness.
This isn't a trial, CJ. It's just me, Jenny.
Then I have nothing further to say, Your Honor.
CJ, this is serious. You have to tell me the truth.
I had to do it, Jenny. They needed to learn.
CJ, is this a confession?
Well, we're going to find out anyway.
CJ, did you murder Dean Strasberry?
The dean? Oh, no.
But you just said...
Good, Jenny. Suspect everyone, even me.
I don't understand.
他在混淆我。
In fact, I suspected myself for quite some time. But I couldn't have done it.
I want to believe you, CJ, but do you have an alibi?
That's why I left these notes for you. If anyone can prove I'm innocent, it's you, Jenny LeClue.
Hang on a second. Let me take a look at that. Jenny, I need your help. You know, we could have saved a lot of time if you'd just given me this message first.
Risk being followed? Never!
But what had piqued Jenny's interest was not the message itself.
That paper. What did he write all these messages on?
哎。
I knew it! You wrote all these messages on a piece of newspaper.
本地白痴破坏学校戏剧，家长担忧孩子的安全和成绩。看一下哈，封面报道后续，作为唯一的证人和主要嫌疑犯，我妈目前在市立监狱不得保释。并拒绝聘请法律顾问。镇上一名白痴的胡言乱语，捣乱二离高中高地关于他跑上舞台，对着一名扮成相狗的无辜孩子大叫。目击者记得该疯癫男子对着受到惊吓的孩童大叫：“他们在骗你！”他们不知道自己在说什么，真相就在上面。原本在旁观看的校长强行将他拉下舞台，让他远离哭泣的孩童们。之后，该男子跑到大街上大喊：“他们想让我闭嘴！他们想让我闭嘴！”一名家长回应：“也许有人该让他闭嘴。”警察随后抵达，虽然警察费了一点功夫才逮捕到他，但最后还是以迫害治安的罪名将其收押。另外一名家长表示：“这是我看过最棒的绝校表演，只是外星人的部分有点牵强。”翻转一下，等一下，再翻转一下，这里。
The front page was missing, but even this small snippet worried Jenny.
They've been peddling lies about my mom right from the start. Sheriff Winston LeClue has distanced himself from all proceedings. Well, if he won't help her, I will.
可是 同一家的人其实就不能那个啦。
Jenny couldn't help it. Every time she thought about coffee, she saw Keith's face. She heard his voice. She remembered his sadness. And she promised not to rest until she'd uncovered the truth of his father's death.
"3:55. Clearly the afternoon."
3:55。
CJ was always protesting something. The first time they had met, CJ had handcuffed himself to a bike rack outside Agatha Krusty's bakery.
He was convinced they were hiding something in the pies. He'd lost the key to his handcuffs, so I picked the lock for him.
They had been friends ever since.
This photo was taken in Avocado Heights. That's on the other side of town, miles from the library. That's the day of the Dean's murder. CJ couldn't have killed the Dean. All the evidence is right here.
哇，你好像很会把自己的证据放在自己身上哦，但是你又毁坏你的证据。
How can I prove CJ is innocent?
时钟、报纸日期、二离高地，进行推理。
CJ was photographed in Avocado Heights at 3:55 p.m. on Thursday, 2 minutes before the Dean died. There's no way CJ could have killed him.
Nice.
CJ, you're innocent!
What a relief!
But you really shouldn't be going around town terrorizing children. You're going to end up in jail again.
That wouldn't be so bad. They have the best beds in town.
他们有最舒服的床。哦，一个人身上居然敢藏2个贴纸，你好像很大胆哦。
Those scribbles look familiar. I found your map of Arthurton in the library.
Keep it. It's a great map. Very rare. Ripped it straight out of the town charter, first edition. Come to think of it, only edition.
What about all your notes? Don't you need them?
Nope. Got it all backed up in the cloud.
What cloud?
Did I say cloud? I meant head.
So what do all those notes mean? You wrote about seeing UFOs in the forest.
Yes! You're starting to see differently. There are patterns everywhere. Keep searching.
Every part of my being is telling me that my mom is being framed. But I don't understand why.
There are only 3 reasons a man is murdered. He didn't mind his own business. He couldn't keep his mouth shut. Or he wouldn't keep his hands to himself.
Have you ever heard of a place called Widow's Drop? I think my mom met the Dean there.
Widow's Drop! No, but it sounds suspicious.
Well, anything sounds suspicious if you say it like that.
Be careful, Jenny. They'll do anything to keep their secrets. Once you start to see things, there's no going back. Do you ever wonder why the lake glows at night? Or why the power keeps going out all over town?
Yes, I do. All the time.
There's a lot more to this town if you look below the surface.
Do you mean that literally or figuratively?
Yes. The truth is hiding right under our feet if we only stop to look.
哎，
I'm more confused than when we started.
我懂他。
Well, I really have to get to my house. This case won't solve itself. I can drop you off at the bridge.
No need. I'm staying here. Some of these rocks have moved. Never trust a crab with a man's job. Be careful, Jenny. They are everywhere. Always watching.
Don't worry about me, CJ. They'll never see me coming. I sneak in silence. I creep in the shadows. My footsteps are Our
等下就要被
whispers.
抓了啦！再讲下去。
Damn it! I've got this. Don't worry.
OK 哦。
That'll buff out.
Jenny headed east towards the almost done bridge.
I can dock there and make my way through the Forgotten Forest without anyone seeing me. Sneaky.
Sneaky。等一下，麦子。等一下，车子，船，听我使唤。这个我撞太多次了吧，这个成就。这个有喝哦，来，我们那个车窗摇下来哦。哎，这一闻就有酒味哦，来，我们吹一下哦。来啊，你喝了几瓶？吃了烧酒鸡哦，不行啦！不知不觉到这里了呢，这近呢，赞哦！对，最后一个。
That's the way to my house.
离开。
The night was still and quiet on the far side of the lake.
No one ever comes down here, not since they stopped repairing the bridge.
And yet it was hard to shake the feeling of being watched.
This is CJ's fault. He really believes all that stuff.
Once you start to see things, there's no going back.
I wonder what he meant by that.
又可以那个了。有贴纸藏在这里，我要找到。哦，来了！耶，开心。
Forgotten Forest Trail. Voted most likely place to be eaten by bears. Arthurton Gazette.
最有可能被熊吃掉的地方。你干什么？干什么？包灯。
Perfect. Just as I'm about to enter the spooky woods.
The good folks at Arthurton Power and Light were not easing Jenny's fear of the dark. Of course, this was the very reason curfew had been put in place.
这样毫无畏惧的在晚上走进可怕的森林里。珍妮尽情发挥想象力，黑暗中每个声音都是威胁，每个阴影都是怪物，但她快到家了，就只差一点点。没办法跑了，跑不起来。发光蘑菇。怎样？
What happened to the bridge?
断了。
It looked like Jenny had reached a dead end. She had no choice but to return to Susie's house for a comforting mug of hot chocolate.
I'd rather plummet to my death.
如果是我，真的觉得跳不过去耶。这种英雄式的跳，
It was a terrifying drop to the rocks below. Surely she wasn't contemplating jumping across.
对啊。
Mom always says a great detective takes calculated risks. So let's do the math. The bridge is too weak for a running jump. Taking into account the strong tailwind and factoring in my athletic prowess, or lack thereof, I could make that jump 2 out of 3 times.
真的假的？2/3这么高
Not bad odds.
Terrible odds.
Well, here goes nothing.
OK 0了，谢谢。真的要摔死了，真的快摔死了。
Okay, maybe the odds weren't so good.
And now she was dangling from a splintered plank, one slip away from certain death.
It's just like climbing a tree. Just don't look down. Don't look down.
可是这小孩说自己没有在运动，但他臂力不错啊。居然能在植物上面爬，怎么可能支撑得住重量？啊！跳去哪里？等一下。为什么要往上爬？不知道下去啊。 要去哪里？啊，不是啊。嗯？啊，这里？啊，哦，这里。等等，这就跳得过去吗？
Was this the end for our tiny hero? As her spindly muscles began to give way, an image flashed before Jenny's eyes. Her mother, dangling from a ledge, unable to pull herself to safety. How could she possibly save her family when she couldn't even save herself?
是我已经死了，好吗？
Can't give up now. Mom needs me.
而且他
barely
臂力很好呢。
Was she really prepared for the dangers that lay ahead?
他这个臂力是做很多的重训后的臂力呢。
It's too late to turn back now.
我根本没办法起跳，好吗？什么都垮了。
It might have been her recent brush with death, but Jenny's heart was pounding in her chest.
That's not my heart. That's
哦，
CJ's compass. The needle is shaking like crazy. 看他怪怪，德维怪怪哦。 猛踹枯树，我们的腿力也是不错，感觉我们什么都还蛮屌的，但他还是一个屁孩。 Is this what the compass was pointing to?
Jenny paused for a moment and listened. It was quiet but distinct, a constant pulse, mechanical, unnatural.
Man-made?
But other than the sound it emitted, this rock was like any other in the forest.
体力也很夸张，对啊。那除了他是个屁孩这一点之外，其他感觉还蛮厉害的。好。
What's this? Another postcard piece. Curious.
我没有什么办法，是不是？对啊，我不能对他干嘛？啊，就只能走了。哎，我们居然还成功到另外一边了，也是蛮厉害的。 又来了。
There's something under there.
是贴纸吗？不是啊，然后有，但是有贴纸，看到了。
Jenny had spent her whole childhood exploring the woods behind her house.
But I've never seen this before.
Then she remembered CJ's words.
People don't see things they aren't looking for.
She knocked on the rusty metal.
Hollow. It's a trapdoor.
这样还不是中空的。说这个门在这边，你跟我说它是一个装饰品门，里面什么都没有，怎么可能
It's rusted up pretty badly. I can't move it. What a strange device. The wires are connected to the door.
哎，有开转。如果真的当一个那个门也太容易解了吧？那里面东西全部都会脱光的啦。
A stale, metallic odor filled the air as Jenny peered into the opening.
It sure is dark down there.
Too dark.
一定很黑。
But I can't just leave this unexplored. I have to see where it leads.
哎，小孩子真的不
And
怕死
so
哎。
Jenny descended blindly into the unknown.
啊！真要死了吗？
That didn't sound good.
In all her short life, Jenny LeClue had never found herself in such a peculiar place. The town that once seemed a small, lifeless pond was suddenly an ocean of mysterious possibilities. Equal parts terrifying and intriguing, it was...
Incredible!
Yes, an incredible mystery in her very own backyard.
神秘的实验室。
Looks fancy. And broken.
Jenny wiped away a thick layer of dust.
Jeez, how long has this been here?
Clearly the equipment had laid dormant for a long time, and yet...
It's so futuristic. Straight out of those comics Keith is always reading.
Starship cadets and the race for space.
It feels...
Alien.
Now I'm starting to sound like CJ. There must be a logical explanation for all this.
But its purpose would remain a mystery. Jenny dared not touch its intricate interface.
I'll just press all the buttons and see what happens.
Oh dear.
Oh. 有点什么，对不对？好难哦！哦。我这样已经很 OK 了吧？哦，我搞了一团糟。好像有哦。
As Jenny turned the dials,
终于，我想到到底要多久
A voice. But what is he saying?
兔49熊78金36兔55右23。
It's a pattern. It keeps repeating. Animals and numbers. Animals and numbers. People in the future sure talk weird.
Was it a cry for help? A shopping list? Someone with extremely limited vocabulary?
Whatever it is, it must be important.
And so she transcribed it in her journal.
好，他写在日志里面了。不要再回来，过来。那里。
There's something stuck to the bottom of the ladder.
It was just a blank piece of paper.
Or is it?
Jenny traced her finger over the page. She felt the clear indentations left by a pen.
I know exactly what to do. It worked. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It was a code of some kind.
The world's least secure code.
Please enter authorization code to begin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Code accepted. System
Hey.
authorized and on for activation.
这样可以吗？
Sphere hermetically sealed.
最不可能被用密码就是最安全的密码。
Magnetic transducer coils targeting.
应该说是最不安全密码就是最安全的密码吧。
Rotation phase harmonics stabilized. Commencing experiment 8, module 37.
8号实验37号模拟。干嘛？干嘛？啊！
What's happening?
Radioactive safety margins cleared. Running at 54% efficiency.
It says it's working, but what's it doing?
Remember, a healthy employee is an effective employee. Please leave the station for your mandatory 15-minute smoking break. Decompressing spherical chamber.
还强制休息耶！佛心工作，佛心工作场。
I should get out of here before my skin melts off.
走了。可以回去刚才那个地方了。
The boulders must have weighed a ton each, yet they floated in the air like balloons.
CJ said he saw a swarm of UFOs circling the Forgotten Forest.
Was Jenny beginning to make sense of CJ's wild ramblings?
I'm gonna need a bucket of coffee to unpack all this.
可能是石头啊，他以为是这个，他以为是石头啊，他以为是飞碟，因为他们都飘在空中。有吗？这里石头飘起来吗？有。什么？
So that's what was beeping. It's a transmitter. It must be connected to the lab.
新贴纸。好的，看完了，啊，看完了，还要已经千辛万苦的走回去。哦
Oh God.
不允许扰古董。
Our old fort.
It didn't look like much, but this treehouse had once been Jenny and Keith's favorite hiding spot.
I could never climb up there on my own. Keith always had to help me.
They schemed and planned and swore never to let anything come between them. Just thinking about him hurt.
钢筋啊！
What was that?
为什么会有保全？
Steven! Steven! Steven!
而且还是怕爆的保全。
What?
Did you hear that? I'm telling you, man.
Not this again.
Something's out here. Something big. Real big.
There's nothing there.
But I'm getting some super spooky vibes, man.
For the last time, Kevin, the radio's off for emergencies only.
That was lucky. I need to be more careful.
The house was swarming with police, but she knew this place like the back of her hand. If anyone could find a way in, it was Jenny LeClue.
My room.
And inside,
My detective gear.
the window looked a promising point of entry.
I could climb the tree up onto the roof.
But as Jenny knew, all the windows on the second floor were bolted down.
Dad did it after a raccoon got in and trashed the place.
烟囱
Jenny recalled the Christmas Eve when she had climbed down the chimney and discovered how difficult the jolly old man's job was.
And dirty. There's definitely a cleaner way in.
干净。
Jenny could try to climb the tree.
But I already see an easier way in. That's Mom's room. Her window is bolted down just like the others. Now I think about it, that's a real fire hazard. It's tempting.
But Jenny couldn't risk being seen by the police.
There's probably a sneakier way in.
The window was ajar, the frame damaged.
Somebody broke into my house. That's my job.
But who? The police had used the front door.
谁闯进
Whoever
我
it
家？
was, that's my way in.
哎，这还是很危险啊！
Out of the police's line of sight, the basement was her best entry point into the house.
Except that window is locked, and all my lockpicking gear is inside.
To get to the basement window, Jenny would have to creep carefully past the police officer. One false move and the game would be up.
Hey!
Who goes there?
太快了吧！
Caught! Jenny would have to think fast or risk being jailed like her mother.
妈咪，
Here
不
goes
是
nothing.
我应该要吓爆他才对。 哦，蛮会学的哦。
Steven! Please tell me you're there.
What's up, buddy?
I think you should know, and I say this with 100% certainty, that
Spit it out already.
there's a mountain lion out here!
Very likely. They're indigenous to this area.
What?
Just don't let it eat you. I don't need any more paperwork.
Oh God.
对，
I think I'll just head inside for a minute to check on something.
Phew, that was close.
这样是可以的吗？但是说，那我就进屋一下喽，这样子逃避。
Someone definitely forced this open.
Would Jenny enter the dark basement?
进去啊！抓个正着。
It was an odd feeling, breaking into her own house. But as she squeezed through the basement window, Jenny felt a rush of excitement. I could get used to this, she thought. Jenny was in, undetected.
Home sweet home. What the heck? Who left this here?
Jenny's father had never carried a briefcase, and her mother couldn't afford one.
开头的黑人。
Let's see who this belongs to.
什么？为什么开头黑人要闯进我家？这里啊，第是一呀，太明显了。
Who carries around a fancy briefcase with a children's book inside? The Hawk and the Weasel. Hang on a second.
Jenny recognized the book. She'd seen a copy of it next to the dean's lifeless body.
In the library. There must be something significant about it. It's written in a foreign language. Weird.
Strange indeed, but surely it had a purpose that would become clear later on.
Let's take a closer look. This feels familiar, like I've seen it before. Wait, no! I've heard it before!
Oh!
On the radio in the underground lab!
Could there be a connection between the cryptic radio message and this book?
Let's find out. If I just follow the animals and numbers, I'm sure I can figure this out.
兔49，熊78，金36，兔55，鼬23，狼51，熊8，鹰30，兔21，太多了吧？太多了吧？ 19、32、57、99、36，金30。60、19。 没了。诶，啊，突然有点不懂了。兔，哦哦，啊，第几个字？
will all listen. Relive their rancid past.
The message read like a threat.
But from who? Could it be a message from the Dean's killer? Let me get this straight. Someone's broadcasting a sinister message in code, which is being picked up on a radio in an abandoned laboratory hidden in the forest. And the secret to decode this message is written in a children's book, which was locked inside a stranger's briefcase in my basement.
All of this was true.
That doesn't make it any less crazy sounding.
But not all mysteries could be solved in an instant. Sometimes questions had to percolate, like a good cup of coffee. Only then would the answers become clear.
I guess I'll let it brew for a bit. But right now, I need to get to my room and find my detective gear.
好怪哦。
Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing. Just looking for more beer.
不要偷我们家酒。
Make yourselves at home, why don't you?
Forget about it. There's more in the back of the fridge.
They better not eat my cookies.
Jackpot. They got cookies too.
Hey,
have we searched down here yet?
You lose one game of cards and suddenly you want to search the house. Can't handle.
Oh, those, sir, are fighting words. You want to put your money where your mouth is?
Arthurton's finest, everyone.
There was no way Jenny could reach her bedroom without being caught by the police.
Which means I can't get my detective gear. Great.
But this was a basement, a veritable treasure trove of old possessions. Surely something around here would prove useful.
Maybe, but I can't see a thing. Let's shed some light on the situation.
可以这样随便开灯的吗？很紧张呢。
Of course the fuse is missing for the lights.
Jenny wasn't prone to sentimentality, but seeing her father's desk, the disorganized muddle of books, photos, and the faint smell of ammonia, more reminders that her dad was here not so long ago.
Miss you, Dad. Mending the molecular bonds of marriage. Mom and Dad both worked an awful lot.
Jenny rarely saw the two of them together.
This was years ago. I looked like a kid. One of the rare times that Dad wasn't making a goofy face. He used to say, serious people make serious mistakes.
拿走，给
I
我。
might, need this later. Quantum tunneling and adaptive spectral optics. Sounds like a real page turner. Dad was such a nerd. A field guide to fascinating flora. Written by Weiss, Felding, and Strasberry. Did the Dean write this book?
"今天我爱你比妈妈多一个分子。你答应这个周末要带我去吃甜甜圈，别忘了。
This one test tube looks recently used. The others are all covered in dust.
A small puddle of liquid had pooled on the desk.
Looks fresh. Still sticky.
新宇留下的是谁？还偷懂进我家。爆炸和震撼全镇。研究室爆炸。今天早上，大学发生一起悲剧。
This is from the day of Dad's accident. Mom must have kept it.
他身负压力，人人都会犯错。今天我们失去了一位好友和邻居。
The dean called the lab explosion an accident, but everyone in town seemed to blame Dad. Accurate inspections report. I've never seen this before.
检举5月14日，一名匿名人士投诉大学的研究室缺乏良好通风。我们使用的设备老旧且非常危险，有人迟早会受伤。检查测试后发现，确实为危险且不安全的工作环境。尽管数次下达违规通知并安排后续稽查，校方依旧没有解决不符规定的安全标准。结论：不要让任何人在那个实验室里工作，那是个危险场合。建议立刻封闭设施，直到校方使用新设备提升地项目。10月5日，哇，那个5月检举的10月才结束哦。
This contradicts the newspaper article which stated my dad made a mistake. Everyone in town blamed him for the accident, but they were all wrong. The lab was unsafe. He shouldn't have been working there. October 5th. That was 1 week before.
Her father's accident.
The dean signed the report.
Someone had circled the signature in red pen.
He must have known that the lab was unsafe, but still let my dad work in there?
Any rational mind could see it. Strong evidence linking her mum to the dean's death.
This doesn't prove anything.
But it was a clear motive for murder. Revenge.
My mom wouldn't do that.
But who else would see it that way?
There must be an explanation. I just don't know what it is yet.
铁照
I can't let this fall into the wrong hands.
Was Jenny sure this was the right thing to do? It broke every rule in the book. Why would she need to hide evidence if her mom was truly innocent?
Mom isn't here to defend herself. It isn't fair.
But however she tried to justify it, Jenny knew this wasn't the choice of the great detective.
I need to buy myself some time. I can't afford anyone jumping to conclusions before I've had a chance to investigate.
Ah, 好啊，给我。
Aha! The missing fuse. Then there was light.
Jenny would need to work quickly to remain undetected.
Who knows when they'll come back. Now, where's the most likely place to find a makeshift detective kit?
The
week after Jenny's father died, her mom boxed up his things and tucked them away in the basement. Jenny had argued with her.
It was like she was trying to erase him.
But seeing them now, being reminded of him, Jenny understood.
I don't think Mom would have put her CSI equipment in any of these boxes.
又有可以找的东西了，这里。
A shaft of light peeked through the boxes.
There's more stuff back there. I just need a way through.
突然想到，刚好先用它来拿一下东西。
Jenny's instincts had been correct. Dozens of boxes lined the back wall of the basement.
There's probably something useful here, but it'll take forever to search through them all.
有一个CSI 用品，太明显了吧
CSI supplies. That must be Mom's old gear. It's not as good as mine, but at least it works. More or less. My key to the city. An old set of lockpicks.
旧的开锁工具。
Tucked away at the bottom of the box, something colorful caught Jenny's eye. She pulled it carefully from the container and unfolded it.
妈妈的旧套
Mom's old
装。
jacket.
It smelled of formaldehyde and fingerprint powder.
From her CSI days.
妈妈的旧制服。
And so, she tried it on.
着装完成。
Fits like a glove.
A giant oversized glove.
And it smells like Mom.
变成裙子了。
Her mother had never felt so close, and yet so far away.
I won't let them take you away from me too.
Jenny's search was complete.
It's not the world's best detective kit, but it'll do.
For the first time in her life, she felt like a real detective. She had a serious crime to solve.
And a seriously sharp outfit to match. Somebody else is here.
躲一下啦。啊，怎么还知道要关灯？啊，他知道他的伞倒了。
That was no cop. What was he doing in my house? I should follow him.
啊，我来一个反跟踪。
Was Jenny ready to follow the mysterious man in black?
我准备好了，我准备好跟踪他了。
The man in black. Who was he? Where was he going? There was only one way to find out.
Where are you headed, creepy man in black?
Jenny couldn't simply chase the mysterious figure.
He's bound to notice me if I follow too closely. I need to get out of his line of sight. That's my way up. If only Keith was here to pull a ladder down. I'll just have to get it down the old-fashioned way.
老方法是什么？声响，他们都不会觉得很奇怪吗？这很危险哎，危险！
There he is.
他怎么过去？
The bridge should slow him down a bit. Huh?
哈
How did he do that?
哦，那个一个，好想知道。好痛，整个人脸朝地耶，整个人扑街的概念。
The man in black had taken the higher path towards the almost done bridge.
That's a dead end. Why is he going up there? There's nowhere to hide on the bridge. I'll go underneath and spy on him from there.
留在原地片刻要干嘛？跟踪他。
Jenny couldn't just walk onto the bridge and blow her cover. No, she'd keep her distance and see what the man in black would reveal when he didn't know he was being watched. The man in black neared the edge of the unfinished bridge. His methodical movements unnerved Jenny.
I need to get a better look at him.
对啊， 不要再分神了，看着
I'll
他。
climb the outside of the bridge and snoop on him from there.
The plan was daring but reckless.
I have no choice. He's my only lead.
And so, undaunted by the dangers that lay ahead, Jenny LeClue, wearing her mother's jacket, advanced towards the bridge. Yesterday a child, today a courageous adventurer.
Easy does it. I don't want him to hear me coming.
总之，船就是一个很浅见的东西耶。这样真的可以吗？
Jenny glanced at him for the first time. And immediately wished she hadn't. She clung tightly to the stone wall. The ledge beneath her feet was narrow, barely wide enough to stand on. One false move and...
Focus, Jenny. Perfect pitch! The hallmark of a serial killer. Maybe I can get a closer look.
我觉得这样很可怕哎，看一看就
There you are.
黑衣人极度诡异，身份不明，喜欢在森林里长途步行，和儿童为群。
The brim of his hat concealed his face in shadow.
绿头巾。
The man in black remained an enigma.
Could be 3 kids in a raincoat for all I know.
3个小孩。
He's just standing there. What's he waiting for?
我来了。
Yes. No. Yes. No.
Wow, this guy's a real chatterbox.
Yes. It's all there. Clear as day.
Who is he talking to?
No.
拉那么远哦。
Wasn't there. Yes. The whole house. She must have it.
What was he looking for?
Of course. Where? Hold on.
What's he doing now?
你要干嘛？你要干嘛？你要干嘛？不要乱跑啊！
Where did he go?
啊！我觉得有点可怕了。啊
A super secret spy stash? I can't hear what he's saying.
Yes. I'll take care of her. Tonight, they change shifts at 4. Yes, it's all here.
I have to see what's on that paper.
Yes, the biggest cross. I know.
走太快了，大哥。
He's destroying evidence.
啊，
I have to get down there before it's lost for good.
She was only distracted for a moment, but a moment was enough.
他是忍者吧？
How does he do that?
下去怎么可能来得及啦？我就不能像那个两只脚、两只手都搭在这旁边，一路滑下去，然后手跟手皮直接烧掉啊！哎！这个也撕的太那个吧，太不用心了吧。
Jenny held the soggy paper delicately.
越过堕落天使行进损坏拱门，走过木质大门，入口埋在那里。寻找最大的十字，记得表示敬意。
She hadn't recovered all the pieces, but enough to discern the message.
Beyond the fallen angel, through the crumbling arches, past the wooden gates. The entrance is buried there. Look for the biggest cross. Don't forget to pay your respects.
What could it mean?
They're directions to a secret entrance.
But an entrance to what?
Maybe there's more in the back. Mom?
Jenny's heart skipped several beats. She remembered the man in black's words.
I'll take care of her tonight. He's going to...
Jenny couldn't bring herself to say the words.
Mom's in terrible danger!
Thankfully, her mother was safely locked away under the watchful eyes of the police. He'd never get past them.
He won't have to. These instructions lead to a secret entrance. A way to get to the jail without being detected.
But where?
The entrance is buried there.
Buried. The word bounced around her brain like a pinball. Where did people bury things?
The graveyard!
Of course! The graveyard was in the same part of town as the jail.
Angels, arches, crosses on graves.
All features of the graveyard.
I have to get there before he does.
可是不得不说，他真的
I have to save my mom.
蛮快的。
This was all well and good, but even if she was right, even if she managed to reach her mother before the man in black,
How am I going to break her out?
it was at this moment a rather distressing thought popped into her head. As loath as she was to admit it, Jenny needed help. She reached into her jacket pocket and removed the walkie-talkie Susie had given her.
Susie 终于要出来了。I need your help.
Susie, are you there?
Susie 救我。
Jenny? Thank goodness. Are you okay? What is that awful music?
Oh. I'm just rehearsing my dance for...
I regret asking. You said earlier you wanted to...
Yes?
You said you wanted to...
Help?
你出去晃那么久，当人家 seven。
Of course. Anything for you, friend.
真的哦，我那么喜欢 Susie， 我真的觉得他太不把 Susie 当回事了。Susie 明明这个人超棒。
Okay, meet me at the graveyard right away.
The graveyard? But it's nearly midnight. What if I get caught?
It's urgent, Susie.
I don't know, Jenny. I don't think I can do it.
你可以啦。
Don't you see, Susie? This is your chance to prove yourself. Do you want your whole life to be dictated by your parents?
Well, no, but...
There comes a time when every young woman has to chart her own course.
But does it have to be right now?
My mom's fate hangs in the balance, and I'm the only thing standing between her and death. Which side of history will you be on?
The good side?
Great. Then meet me outside the graveyard as soon as possible.
Okay, I'll be there, Jenny. What should I wear? I'm thinking practical but colorful.
I don't care. Just bring your silent explosives.
What? What do you need explosives for?
I'm gonna break my mom out of jail.
No, 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 no. I am an artist. I will not be dictated to by some pen pusher in an ivory tower. It's too long, too violent, too dark. These are my characters. So why does it feel like they're rebelling against me? All this fighting, all this drama, and for what? Jenny and Susie should be best friends by now. Maybe it's time to wrap this one up. End on a happy note. Yes, let's fix this nonsense once and for all. You all right, Rufus? First, I need another drink.
我们要去墓园拯救妈妈，还是要一个美好的结局？超级有趣的惊喜，解除读者的负担，异域风情的新地点，着重友情。当然不要，我要去墓园，把珍妮逼到极限，揭露亚瑟顿最黑暗的秘密。Go！ 不要救妈妈了啦！坏呢。
Looks like fate decided for me. This one can't end like the others. They won't publish it. I must write something different, something darker. It's the only chance I have of saving her. I'm sorry, Jenny. You'll see your mum soon. But for now, it's got to be the graveyard.
哎呦，都最后一本书了，就给他写了啦。
Was the man in black the Dean's real killer? Without any evidence, Jenny couldn't be sure. A great detective never made assumptions. The most important thing was getting her mum to safety. And to do that, she'd need to beat the man in black at his own game.
情况出现了剧情性的转折。珍妮的脑袋充满疑问：我来得及找到监狱吗？谁是黑衣人？为什么要杀我妈妈？苏西的炸药有效吗？前方的路充满危险，珍妮需要发挥极致才能。
One thing's for sure, I'm gonna need to be very quiet.
哎，苏西呀！哎，啊，都已经宵禁了。
Hi, Jenny. I'm here. And I brought snacks.
不要这么大大。
This is a covert mission. Could you draw any more attention to yourself?
冷静。
Sorry, I just wanted to get here as quickly as I could.
Did you bring the explosives?
Of course. Et voila. Now remember, explosives are incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, thanks, Captain Obvious. Hopefully it'll be enough.
Okay, I'm here. What's the big emergency, Susie? What is she doing here?
Keith, you came!
You invited him?
I thought it'd be a good opportunity for you to talk.
Now is hardly the time.
I can't bear the idea of two best friends never speaking again. It's too sad.
What's wrong with you?
现在真的不是一个好时机啊。
I should go.
No, Keith, wait.
There was so much she wanted to say, but she had ruined the Dean's funeral, embarrassed Keith in front of the whole town. Worse, she hadn't been there for him in his hour of need. She wanted to tell him all about the Dean's ring, the man in black, and the mysterious room buried in the forest. But none of it would bring his father back. Sometimes the right thing to say was also the hardest.
当然就道歉了，直接道歉吧。
I
没有别的话好说了。
I'm sorry.
Poor Keith. Angry, grieving, conflicted. His whole world turned upside down. And the one person he most wanted to confide in, he couldn't.
I really should go. Goodbye, Jenny.
好啦，再让他冷静一下吧。
Well, that didn't go exactly as I planned. Are you okay, Jenny?
算了啦，不要
As
质问
angry
他
as
啦，
she was
让他
at
死
Susie, Jenny knew this was a situation of her own making.
Let's just focus on the task at hand.
尴尬，尴尬呢。
Locked. I'll have to break in.
Or we could just wait for an adult.
And let the
谁？
man in black get to my mom first. Are you trying to sabotage everything?
I just don't see why we can't tell the police what we know and let them sort it out.
Because, Susan, the police are incompetent. I'm not putting my mom's life in their hands.
哎，他看叫 Susan。哎，啊，没有吧？嗯？嗯？哎？我这边没有被关呢。嗯？我不能把我妈的性命交到他们手上。 爆炸了！爆炸了！爆炸了！但我也不知道为什么突然爆炸。I don't know why。那你们刚才到哪里？反正我们现在在这里，而且我刚才叫他苏珊，他不叫苏西吗？没事没事。奇怪，可是我刚才明明都还在录啊。算了，反正我们就继续玩吧。我不知道为什么会这样。没事了哈。
Besides, for all we know, it could be an inside job. Now, keep a lookout while I open this lock.
有段吗？刚才我还没注意。谢谢哦。可是你们不讲，我也不知道有段耶。
Are you coming, Susie?
Into the graveyard?
There's no time to waste.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm just, I think I need a minute.
放过他啦。
Why don't you wait here and keep a lookout? I'll go on ahead. I've got the radio if I need your help.
That sounds like a great plan. Thanks.
Radio me if you see anything suspicious. Especially if you see a man in black carrying a briefcase and a blue umbrella.
Briefcase, umbrella, got it.
Lock the gate behind me so no one suspects anything. And keep out of sight.
Here, don't forget the explosives.
Jenny had broken in undetected. Now she had to find the secret passage that led to the jail.
I just need to follow the clues from the photograph. I'm coming for you, Mom.
这样什么都看不到是可以的嘛？终于。
A guardian of the graveyard cast her stony gaze over the burial ground.
刚刚涂起大断线，原来是大家都大断线。
Watching over the departed, protecting their peaceful slumber.
我就觉得我明明也没什么，怎么你们怎么突然都
Why must everything in a graveyard be so creepy?
Of course, this guardian had wings.
对哈。
Beyond the fallen angel. There are lots of angels here. Which one is the fallen angel?
The
Strasberry Mausoleum.
Amongst the fresh flowers was a note. Beloved father, educator, and botanist, your memory will forever blossom in our hearts.
Don't worry, Mr. Strasberry. I won't rest until I've found your real killer.
Four discs of solid granite with something carved into the face.
这么虚幻。
It's all scrambled up. I'll just straighten them out.
But try as she might, the discs wouldn't move.
哦，不能转得是呢。
5 stone swords adorned the strange entryway. Jenny tried to move one.
Wow, they're all stuck tight. I can't move any of them by hand.
哦，这里有贴纸。 新贴纸耶！爸爸
Hey,
的
Dad.
坟墓
I can't stay long. Mom's in trouble. And, well,
Jenny tried to be brave, but the past few days had taken their toll on our hero, and finally it all poured out.
everything's falling apart. I wanted a real mystery to solve, but I didn't think it would be like this. Dean Stroudsbury's dead. Everyone in town thinks Mom killed him, and Keith won't talk to me. I don't know who to trust. And now someone is trying to kill Mom, too. I have to save her, but I'm not sure I can. Why did you have to go and die on us? It was a really crappy move. I wish you were here.
爸爸好香拍谁哦？回气氛。没有翅膀的天使，就剑给我。
That sword looks like it might move.
就是你。什么？吓死我！看来真的要吵，他也要说那个你好这样子。一看，在骗他。这个是什么意思？要指哪里？去下面看看。那个有洞吗？好像跟刚刚一样吗？看来要找3把剑，真假？我真的是不知道要指到哪里去呢。先这样好了，看看。我看一下有没有跟刚刚有没有差？没有没差。要对哪里？哎呦，那个路那里给它断掉。
Here lie the earliest settlers of Arthurton. They kick-started our great town's growth and prosperity.
The note had read, "Look for the biggest cross."
but none of these graves have crosses.
No matter. Perhaps there were other secrets to find here.
计划永远赶不上变化。哎，又来了，谁有小贴纸？你好，妈妈，夏令营好棒！我们昨晚到下天文台实地考察，从来没见过这么多行星。费奇知道所有的星座，他真是太聪明了，是个超级机灵的家伙。他还握了我的手，别担心，他只比我大2岁。请不要告诉爸爸，我十分想念你爱你的史黛拉。继续。洛可，一只好狗。哦，空木先租后买。可是它有翅膀。
How am I going to get up there?
手指代表角度，大家代表什么角度？我们刚刚有什么角度的吗？哎，它只有一个翅膀哎。指向某物的天使雕像。 为什么苏西也要叫骑士来？他只会让事情变更糟。苏西只会让事情变得更糟，骑士永远都不会再跟我讲话了。然后看一下翻页，越过堕落天使行进。 损坏拱门，穿过木质大门，入口就埋藏在那里。
Here lie the earliest. They kickstarted our great town's growth and prosperity.
“等一下，那这一个，它的不行哎，它就只有它的剑不能动。” 难不成要让它都指向这个门吗？每次都一定要按到底吗？就是它有3个值，下值、中值、上3个阶段这样。这个要让它指中，然后这个要让它指上。有了。哦，都解完了才懂，原来是这个意思啊。
Got it. Some days you just feel super smart.
Jenny studied the stone discs, now perfectly aligned.
It's the face of a badger. That's unusual.
诶，现在才看得出来耶？哪有？我只是很慢才发现它的规律而已。
Something tells me this isn't a tomb.
而且跟我想的一样哎，我想说那个人如果发现这个门是开的，他不会觉得很怪吗？而且重点是他怎么可能会比我们慢啊？这么大，我这么大啊！
If the huge coiling wires hadn't made it clear, the hulking metallic shell certainly did.
This isn't a tunnel. It's the entrance to another laboratory, just like the one in the forest. How many of these are there?
The presence of such unusual and foreign objects in Arthurton begged even bigger questions.
Who put them here? And for what purpose?
It seemed to Jenny as if the graveyard itself had been built around the sphere. A perfect hiding place. If something this conspicuous could be so easily concealed.
What else is Arthurton hiding?
黑人怎么可能会没有晚到？
Well, at least we know it's working.
As a dozen intricate machines whirred to life, Jenny noticed a remarkable resemblance she had overlooked before.
Some of this equipment looks like the stuff in Susie's lab. Can't believe I missed it before. That girl owes me some answers. Another radio.
Oh.
Maybe these are used to communicate between laboratories.
这个很难呢。
It was a hunch, but if it were true,
Whoever's transmitting the message could be in another sphere somewhere in town.
就现在要快要合在一起的感觉，对不对？哎，各位，nice啊！啊，我又没办法控制他们，快给我回去！对。
It's the same voice as before.
this code was different from the last.
Just as strange, though.
Jenny carefully transcribed the words into her journal.
Let's see what the hawk and the weasel have to say about this.
又来了，到底是有没有那么多谜题？
Purge infected, soon only death. Forever silenced, despair herself is near.
This message, as sinister as the last, sent Jenny's analytical mind into overdrive.
Is the man in black sending these messages?
Purge infected, forever silenced.
Could that have something to do with Dean Stroudsbury? It can't be a coincidence that I found a copy of the same book by the Dean's corpse. But how are they connected?
Soon only death. Despair herself is near.
And now they're coming for my mom. What does she know that they're willing to kill her for?
This contraption was new to Jenny, but something about it caught her eye. A large metallic slab with a distinctive indentation carved into its surface.
That shape. Where have I seen it before? The Dean's ring!
就忘记了。又是什么神秘组织又来了？
It fits.
In fact, it fit perfectly into the slot, as though it were made for it.
Doesn't seem to be working. Probably just a loose connection somewhere. It looks like the arm rotates around this hinge. Ugh, I can't budge it. It's too heavy.
A piece of rare Arthurtonian quartz, expertly carved and shaped with meticulous precision.
Could be an antenna, or maybe a power coil. But where does it get its power?
又来了，又要解电线。
Jenny knew that the best way to fix anything electronic was...
To mess around with it until all the lights come on.
突然搞一通，直到所有灯都亮起来，硬 A。
If being a great detective didn't work out, Jenny had a promising career in machine repair to fall back on.
Come on.
I could have lost an eye.
The machine's true application would remain a mystery for now. But whatever its purpose, the implications were overwhelming.
Dean Stroudsbury is somehow connected to this place.
Had the Dean been aware of the secret hiding within his ring?
Whether he knew or not, it's likely he was killed because of it.
Hidden amongst a web of cables, the average eye would have missed it. But Jenny LeClue was a great detective.
There's a book pinned beneath that cable.
Confidential. The word was music to Jenny's ears.
看一下记录1，终于今天我们展开卓越计划，多亏好心的赞助人。我站在研究室里面，希望总算实现这个美丽成品能完美隐藏我称之为萨泽球体。奈吉尔认为以我的名字命名太狂妄，要怪他自己设计不出能承受剧烈外力的侧地线结构。不管怎么称呼，我们终于能够研究并利用亚瑟顿珍贵资源的力量。
The Council of Three. Never heard of them. Sounds like he didn't know who they were either. But they paid for all of this? These machines were built to study and harness the power of Arthurton's greatest resource. They were experimenting on the town itself. Zazer.
Jenny recognized the name, but couldn't put her finger on where she'd heard it before.
So this lab is his invention. He called it a Zazer sphere. Well, at least I've got a name.
是那个基金会吗？哦，怎么1然后就是跳到103？中间呢？又有一个球体全面运作，计划持续扩大。我们每次开始进行一项实验，就会发现需要研究的新特性。每个结果进一步支持我的理论。这座小镇很特别。然后我发现自己经常奔走于各个实验室，我做腻了管理工作，想实际参与。新的研究室点子考虑设计更新、更大、更有野心的设施。如果我的计算正确，它应该有高达1200%的出产能力，这会让我们进入一个充满可能性的新世界。代办事项再次向灰先生要求与管理人员会面，他们躲着我妈，开始怀疑他们究竟存不存在的奇怪。我四处打听，但也没有人见过他们，他们到底是谁呀
He designed a bigger sphere. Bigger than this? Did he ever build it? And if he did, where?
严重的挫折，太晚发现道欢实验的异常。还好，灰先生跟蓝先生及时到场，目睹了爆炸，血液四溅，所有设施都损毁了。蓝先生差点失去一只眼睛，不打算在星期5听取报告了，这会让我们的进度落后好几天、好几周。
There was a badger on the door to get into this lab, so this must be the experiment he was talking about.
对时间没有概念了。每一个实验都让我们更能解开看似不可能的问题。切，这个情况下我打居然没有打到蚊子，哎呦，气死我了！但实验室的奇怪事故数量持续增加，谁一直偷走我的礼物？更多挫折，更多讨厌的中断，疲累加繁忙的时程表等于危险状况。他们为什么坚持我们要在这周末进行新实验？根本还没好。我们需要提升安全范围，并保持警觉，避免再发生任何污染或事故。我开始觉得他们别有意图。
Exhaustion, rushed schedule, dangerous conditions.
The parallels with her father's own working conditions were distressingly clear.
爸爸，昨晚又有人跟踪我回家，他们是谁？我一直睡在研究室里，不必回家了。你在这里干嘛？我们究竟想要达成什么？我必须相信牺牲自我是值得的，才能成就更崇高的目标。
All dead, all my fault.
太晚，我太天真了，我无法忘却他们的面孔、惨叫声、黑暗。这个缺洞永远无法填满，全死的都是我的错。
The words echoed across the metal walls, ghosts of a past tragedy.
What did he do? It must have been terrible.
真是喜乐半餐的状况。耗时7年，我们终于取得稳定可重复的结果，但代价庞大，出产比例很惊人。但我们才刚开始释放潜力，如果运用得当，这会改变世界。新的实验室即将运作，我不确定是否准备好。他们一如往常的拼命催赶，但全面出产需要好几年的时间，也许还有时间弥补憾事。安全是首要考量，人员大于进度。
This entry is from much later. There are lots of pages missing. It seems that whatever happened before, he carried on his work long after.
As is the case in all tangled mysteries, every new piece of evidence raised more questions than it answered. But she now knew the purpose of this Caesar sphere and the name of the people who had built it.
The Council of Three.
It wasn't much to go on, but it was a start.
啊？又来？我一直存在耶，我个人啊。段起来！回来各位，回来各位！等下连不上去了，哎呦！那你够嘞？哪里？嘿， 又没了。我原本就抱着这一章玩完之后，要那个，这一章玩完之后就差不多了，结果他一直给我断，然后我这一章一直不结束，气死我了，气嘎不行，气到不行，我要把这章玩完啊！我要玩完这一章。图奇整个图奇都爆啦，是吗？为什么你们可以好好的？我没有停
抽出来的呢？
更高的红包，
再多吃几次。对。
不要，就是啊！哼，眨眼，眨眼！我要把这张玩完，我要把这张玩完就好，气到不行，安安。
What's this? Another blank scrap of paper.
很气的安安，1028，他想跟我讲什么？
Please enter authorization code to begin.
1028.
Code accepted. System authorized and armed for activation.
快点，让我把这张破完，我要生气。
Preparing to run experiment 12, cycle 78. Sphere hermetically sealed. Magnetic transducer coils charging. Accumulating voltaic cells. Commencing experiment 12-91.
干嘛？自己动了。
Radioactive safety margins cleared. Procedure 12 completed successfully. Decompressing spherical chamber. Remember, a healthy employee is an effective employee. Please leave the station for your mandatory 15-minute smoking break.
又可以休息。噔噔噔，还有哦。
I wonder what it did. At least I wasn't covered in plasma.
这一章好久哦。哦，就是一直结束不了这一章，我才没有办法停下来。
Jenny, did you find the entrance?
吓死我！
Jenny was hesitant to share her discovery, but Susie might have vital information.
哎，这是打错了。
Where did you really get the parts to build your machines?
I told you, there's a warehouse full of them at my father's factory.
And that's the only place you've seen equipment like that?
Well, yeah. Where else would I have seen it?
Did the Glatz Corporation ever build underground labs?
No, I don't think so. Why would they?
To hide them?
From who?
Good question. I have to go. Keep out of sight and let me know if you see anyone.
I will. Good luck, Jenny.
不会吧？不会到这个地步还让苏西背叛我吧？如果他背叛我，我就算了。毕竟我还挺喜欢他的。因为好像可能有什么哦，被我抓到了。损坏的拱门。
Beyond the fallen angel. This is it. The entrance must be through here.
"笑成这样很乐观呢。
Another coded message in another hidden laboratory. A secret tunnel under the graveyard. How long had these things been in Arthurton? Who was responsible for them? And how was all this connected to the Dean's murder?
"好，刚刚储存了 ，OK， 这一张 ，Yeah， 没错，其实时间刚好也差不多了，再加上一直断线，所以今天就先玩到这边好了。没错。